Hey yo, what up guys? The no co-op season is upon us, and as usual, I've got for you today 3 teams for PKA level 150. As usual, they're going to be self-sufficient solo carry teams. I know there's a lot of frustration when it comes to dealing with people while you want to just clear your missions and move on with your life. So these teams are going to be enabling you to do that without having to worry about what other people do. So we're going to start with this first team. We're going to be using the co-op captain of Law. It doesn't have to be him. It just have to be co-op captain that can synergize with the super tandem of Zoro Sanji. Has to be either Sai or Quick, preferably, and also an attack style unit so that we can clear stage 1 with it with his special and save the 1 orbs for the last stage. Then on stage 2, we're going to just be hoping or waiting for our co-op mate to clear the stage for us, and then we go into the third stage. This team is kind of like, I think it's pretty accessible. Most people should be able to build it. Most of the units are pretty old, so I'm not worried about that. But if you don't, just ask in the comments down below and I'll help you find some replacements. On stage 3, we're going to be using the special of Frankie. We're going to be removing the paralysis and also reducing the defense to 0. The only thing that you need to pay attention to is you need a ship that can remove 1 turn of paralysis like I have here, or you can bring a support on either of the units that can remove 1 turn of paralysis, because Frankie only removes 6 and we get hit by 7 turns of paralysis. On stage 4, in this case, there's 2 scenarios here where it comes to, we can have 2 scenarios. Either your friend or your co-op friend is going to be clearing this stage, or they're gonna fail and you're going to be the person that's going to be clearing it. If they clear it, no issue, we just go into the last stage. You'll see it in the rest of the video. If they don't, it's not a big issue. You just have to, we're just gonna get hit by special rewind, which the captain of Luffy Gear 5 deals with easily. And in that case, we're going to be swapping Zoro Sanji for an attack buff and an orb buff, and then we're going to be hitting with the tandem orbs and finishing with Law, which is going to be clearing easily. And in that case, if you're the person that cleared stage 4, you have to ask your co-op mate to skip the turn for you on this stage so that you can clear it instead of them, because they're gonna get hit by a lot of debuffs and you are much more equipped to deal with it. And in both cases, you're gonna do the same special order here. Going to be using Yamato. She's going to apply increased damage taken. It's an easy way to increase our damage. She needs to be level limit break 2 or 3 to remove the special bind. And then from there, we're going to be using the Super EX of Luffy and then his special. That way we get an orb buff and a color affinity. And then we're going to be swapping Zoro Sanji for the tandem orbs and then using their special. That way we have an attack buff, an orb buff, and a color affinity. And in that case, when we have all those buffs, the special of Queen is going to give us a conditional buff for increased damage taken, which is going to be increasing our damage even more. And from there, we're going to be just activating the super tandem of Zoro Sanji and finishing with the rush of our Captain Luffy, and it's going to be way more damage that we need. So that's it for this team, and we go to the next one. But before we go, please like and subscribe. It helps me a lot and it doesn't cost you anything. So for the second team, this is kind of the same concept as the previous one. The supports are technically not needed, but they're just there in case. Here you need a co-op captain or a co-op mate that knows what they're doing, or you can just coordinate with them so they can fail or just like tap on stage 4 and then you can clear it. Otherwise, this team is pretty self-explanatory and it can deal with stage 4 or stage 5 if your co-op mate just clears stage 4. Stage 1, as usual, we're going to be choosing any co-op captain that can help with the super tandem of Zoro Sanji. and we're going to be clearing the stage 1 with them. And then stage 2, we're going to wait for our club captain to clear here. This is the usual problem with Korean teammates. We are pretty far apart, so that makes a lot of latency when we're playing on co-op with them. But that's some global issues that we have that we can't deal with. Honestly, this is not your Discord. This is my Discord. Sorry if you want to check your Discord. On stage 4, as usual, we're going to be doing the same thing as we did earlier. We're going to swap in Zoro Sanji to, and then we're going to be using the special of Frankie. Frankie makes all the orbs similar to his orb. That's why we did the swap before, so that we get tandem orbs on all of them. And then here on stage 4, I think it's the same scenario as, I haven't tried it, but the same scenario as the previous one. You can go into the last stage and deal with it, because I think I have enough. Yeah, we have the removal of special bind with the Luffy, and we have the bind plus the support from Yamato to remove the bind, and I think we should be clearing easily in case our co-op friend clears this stage. Let's see here. If he clears, he's going for it, but we'll see. I think he's going to be using all of his specials. I'm debating if I should stream and do an hour or two helping you guys out, just paying you back for the support on the great year that has been for this channel. I'm thinking about it, but I haven't thought about the logistics. But let me know in the comments down below if you think you'd be interested in a stream where I can do co-op and you guys can come in and I can help you carry you through your missions on either Infinite MC or here on PKA 150. I'm open to that. I enjoy playing the game. It just sometimes gets annoying when you're playing with random people. But if I'm doing it for my community and to help people out in my that come to my YouTube channel and watch my videos, I'll gladly do it. I usually do the bare minimum on co-op just to get my I think 5,000 or 4.5k gems just to get one rotation, and I just stop from there. It's not really a reliable way to farm gems or to get your ranking, since it doesn't matter how much the amount that you put in, you won't be able to guarantee the rewards. So here our co-op friend failed, sadly, so we won't get to try the other way around, but here we're just gonna swap and use the super tandem of Zoro Sanji to clear. And on the last stage, we're going to ask him to pass the turn to us. Let's put down the let me handle it. If you get into this stage, you're not your co-op friend, you'll be able to remove the bind with the support plus the Yamato special and the special bind with the Luffy special. Those two are free to play units from PKA, so you should have them. And then from there, you're going to be using the same special order that I'm going to be using here. So here, thankfully, he skipped. We want to start with the swap of Zoro Sanji. That way we have an orb buff. And since we have an orb buff, this special of Ace is going to be applying a burn, which is going to be helping us remove the resilience once we kill Reiju, since we don't have any other way to do damage afterwards. And then we're going to be using his special and his EX, and then Zoro Sanji special. Then the rest of the specials, they're not really important, but they give us some extra damage. Sadly, there is no way to get a tandem orb because of the way we have to use our specials. but it's not a big deal. This is gonna be way more than enough damage that we need. There's other way to do it, but you're gonna need a coated Sunny to remove 2 turns of bind and then swap the support on Luffy with the quick Beppo, but it's not really needed. As you see here, we're gonna have more than enough damage, and we have the defensive effect from Yamato, which is going to be allow us to survive the hit, and it's going to be dying from the burn. And for the last team of the video, we have this team. We are using mostly accessible units. This is the most accessible team of the 3 of them. We have Brook that is free to play. Most people have him because he used to be great in the previous version of Treasure Map. And we have the rare recruit of Usopp and Frankie. Sadly, we have to use Frankie a lot on these teams because he is great for this for stage 3. But there's other options. Just if you don't have him, just ask me in the comments down below and I'll help you with some alternatives. But if you have him, he's great for this stage, for stage 3. Stage 1, we do just the same thing. I just changed. You can bring Law, you can bring any other captain. I just brought this Oden just to showcase that we don't need specifically Law. He does the same job as Law. We're just gonna be clearing stage 1 with him to save the 1 orbs. On stage 2, as usual, we're going to be using the special of Frankie. Same thing. You need an extra turn of paralysis removal either from a ship or a support, and then you'll be able to clear this stage easily. You can do some shenanigans where you can swap Sanji first to get a full board of Chandam orbs, but it's not really important. We just want to have Zoro Sanji on the Sanji side when we go into the last stage. Here on this stage 4, I asked this person that I found on the One Piece Discord or Optc Discord that he needed help, and asked him to just tap on this stage, and I will be able to clear this stage. And then when we go into stage 5, I also asked him to pass the turn to me, and we'll be able to clear that stage too. That's why, like, if you need help or you need people to play with, just go on the One Piece Ridiculous Discord. Ask there. There's going to be a lot of people willing to help or willing to participate with you to help you clear with the team that you have. So here again, we're going to be just doing 1 swap with Zoro Sanji. The special rewind gets countered by the caption of Gear 5 Luffy. Then we're going to be doing the Super Tandem, hitting with the Psy units last, and the units that don't have a type orbs, because the type orbs are negative on this stage. And we're going to stage 5. We're going to be asking our co-op friend to remove or to skip the turn to us. This team does not do well if your co-op friend kills stage 4 and then you find yourself the one entering stage 5. That means the run is over. Just leave and do it again. But if things go to according to plan, or if your friend captain you're in communication with them and tell them what to do, they'll come here and then they'll skip the turn to you, and then you're going to be using the rest of the specials. There is not really an order. Just have to make sure that to use the special of Luffy first. That way we have the Chandam orbs from Zoro Sanji, and then we're gonna doing the swap of Zoro Sanji. That way we have an attack buff, which allows the special of Usopp to give us some extra effects, since we already have an attack buff, and the extra effect is a conditional buff against increased damage taken. And then Zoro Sanji's special is going to be buffing the attack buff even more, and then Brook gonna be using him twice. You don't need to use him twice, but it's an easy way to increase your damage by removing the resilience and also put in the debuff of increased damage taken. And then we're just going to be tapping. Somehow the Usopp doesn't enter in the Super Tandem of Zoro Sanji, but it is what it is. We're going to be just skipping him and using the Super Tandem, and then going into Luffy. And you see just 3 chaps and we're already done. So that's it for the video. Please like and subscribe for more One Piece Cruise content, and have a nice day.